Welcome back to Newsmaker Live. I'm Clinton Reynolds. Thank you very much for staying tuned to this program. It has been good. I've been enjoying it, and the contributions as well have been very, very edifying. Hypocrisy. I mean, during the break, you pointed something out to me, and just before we take that call, caller, please hold for us. We're talking about this same hole in the panty. Sparrow sang that many moons ago.
Clinton is probably a little young to know that.
I know the song very well.
I was a little boy then. I remember the song.
I mean, I wasn't born yet.
I'm a big fan of Sparrow, so you know I know the song.
Yes,
and now you know that you mentioned it, I see the connection.
Yeah. A lot of the old time calypso was more leaning towards that sort of composition.
Yes. But when you talk about the hypocrisy, but it's okay for us to play the Sparrow songs on the air. We say these are classics. These are the oldie goldies. These are, you know, when music was music.
But
same message.
The St. Lucian
similar lyrics.
The St. Lucian panels too sometimes contributes to making certain things sound a lot worse than it is. You know.
Yeah.
You know, for example, in a very popular song out there, I mean, Hit the Country by Storm, talking about the right tranche and the left tranche. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The people love it.
Yeah.
The ladies in the privacy of the bedrooms, they practice that right and left tranche thing. And
you know that?
No, but I mean,
I'm learning a lot here. Before I get into trouble, let's take this call. Good evening, caller. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
Good night.
Yeah, my problem with our radio stations here is that I don't know why, you know, but whenever it's carnival season, why we keep getting, you know, this heavy percentage of Jamaican music being played on our radios, and we're not hearing much of our local music being promoted. You know, I mean, it's our carnival. They should be playing all of our songs. You know, St. Lucia has enough music from way back. If I could go back as early 80s, you know, so that's enough music for them DJs to be pumping up, you know, to get you the real true feeling of carnival. You go to Trinidad, from time December hits, those all radio stations in Trinidad just ban all that Jamaican music and everything, and they play their music, you understand, right down to carnival. So events, the same thing, you understand. I could turn up my radio station now in St. Lucia, but you hear Jamaican, you know. You might hear a few of the new local songs, but nothing else. I mean, we have enough music from we're in June now, from May, from the ending of jazz, you know. Start pumping. I mean, Papa Vida has so many songs, you know, the other guys have so many songs. Them things could just be playing over and over on the radio station. You never get tired of music.
My brother, I agree.
Yeah, so
I guess you're preaching to the choir on that.
Yes, indeed. I mean, even if they don't want to play the current songs, songs from last year, from 5 years ago, we can just to get the atmosphere going.
From 20 years ago, I remember all these really good calypsos.
We have enough music that at least during the carnival season that the station concentrate on our music.
Now,
why not?
Is it a feeling of the association as well that they have not been able to build that strong relationship with the media houses, you know, that they can influence them to take that approach?
But I don't know about association right now. As Papa Veda can just get a recording and email it to the registration association and nothing like that.
The association.
They get in the songs, you know. A lot of these radio stations have music that they don't play. It's very easy now. Like I said, you don't even have to walk to a radio station anymore.
Yeah,
you don't have to. It's all done electronically.
See, everything just coming right back to the radio stations. You know, so where is the problem?
I mean, yes, Papa Veda, you know, you're well known. Your history is well documented. So somebody like you, if you have a song, you know, you send it, they'll be likely to play it because everybody knows. But what about those younger artists coming out there who need a chance, who need that blight? You know, they might have a good piece, but since they're not as popular or well known, then you might sit and say, "Oh well, nah, I'm not playing that." And that kind of thing. But don't you need a group or somebody to represent to push and say, okay, you know, give it a chance. Let's play this. Give us half an hour, give us an hour in the day for all local music, new music.
Like sometimes the market decides, and if you have a good song is a good song, and you play it once and it catches on, it'll work by itself. But you're right, there has to be somebody, an agent or some kind of individual who can help push the song along. The Calypso tent sometimes can do that.
Yeah.
I don't know the service they provide and the very sense, but you can have the tent organizers realize that he has a particularly strong song that's likely to be very popular. They'll be the first ones to want the song to get as much airplay as possible, because it'll promote the tent, promote everybody. I mean, the other singers will benefit from the one song that drives the tent along. They use that song to advertise the next show and things like that, and it can happen many ways.
Now, before you guys leave here, I know time is flying by. We're in the Calypso season. Tents have opened. TOT has opened tonight. You know, and I'm sure that you'd want to get a little piece of that. What can we expect for this year in terms of the quality of music? Over the last 5 years or so, I've seen that the standard of Calypso has dropped a bit. You get some excellent.
Why you say that though? That's observation.
Just listening, just comparing what we have now to what I used to hear, because I'm a big fan of Calypso. You get some excellent pieces in a year, but then the divide between what is very good and what makes it to the finals. To me, there's a huge gap. The gap between the first place and the 9th place, is a huge gap. How can we close that gap, and what can we expect for this year, Carnival?
Well, for one thing, we're not there yet. You're not getting necessarily the competition material.
Right.
People still having fun. People are still enjoying themselves on the tents. Tents have really just started.
Yes.
So you'll be getting more of that type of material for the time being, and we're going to have to wait a while before you start hearing the competitive type material. Most persons tend not to come out of them too early, for whatever reason.
You don't want to give us his strategy, No,
I mean, I'm not even sure whether at this point we haven't finalized the things with Pep and so on as far as his performance is concerned. There's a good chance he will, maybe good chance he might not as well. So that's kind of up in the air. But I think the Papa Veda's had a pretty good start this year. He's blazing the trail.
I started early because I started a little late last year, and I understood what the problem was. I was blessed this year too that I got to work with some of the great production houses. I work with 758, I work with Lynx Studios, I work with Hotness International this year. So, all in all, that, and I really started very early in the year too, I got the topics and developed them with the assistance of my writers, of course. God helped me, of course, I have to mention.
Oh, the Lord has been helping you this year.
Always, Yadi, one of the songs that I planned to do in the competition was written by Yadi.
Oh, we'll have to take a very close look at that one,
Papa. I hope and pray that you do, because I was so impressed with it that I decided to do it. It's a song called Surrender, and I want to big up Yadi on that one. That shows a side of Yadi that not even I knew,
Okay.
So it's a very interesting year for me. Soca Village, which is the Calypso 10 that I'll be singing with, we're launching off on Friday, this coming Friday at the National Cultural Center. I've been at a few of the rehearsals, and I'm very impressed with what I've been hearing.
From yourself or from the others?
From the others. No, well, I mean,
that rivalry never dies.
One of the new attractions with Soca Village this year is that I plan to do 4 songs at the opening, which has never been really done before. 2 in the first round and 2 in the second round. And I'm doing that because I have an arsenal of songs. I still have 2 songs which hasn't been released, So I think it's a good opportunity, and I'm doing that so that the other artists can see that it could be done. And it's a good avenue to really make yourself more prolific by, doing more songs in the tent. You make a little more money by doing that too,
I see.
So that is something new that we're trying out, and I can promise the public that from me personally on Friday, they're going to get
Value.
a total package.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so-
and people know what to expect from you
Yeah.
because, I mean,
from
your
the time the bell toll.
your
we
name
gone.
speaks
We
for
gone,
itself, you know.
But it's
And-
good. It's good that people like Invader, can do well because he represents the foundation of Calypso in a very real sense. I think you and Pop's educator
Yes,
are the two
educator.
long.
No, strange enough, no. I've not been around as long as people think, you know. I mean,
85.
educator was there before me. Jackson
but Jackson's
still
still
around.
there.
Yeah, Jackson's still around. Jacko might be taking part in the
Okay, I'm happy
competition.
to hear that.
You know, was some of the older guys. Well, Ashanti was there before me too, but you know, Ashanti not too active in the competition.
But the point
and
is,
you
though,
might be
that
right.
is good.
You
Yes,
might be right.
I'm
because
telling
I
you.
can't already see.
I'm telling you, there aren't many
That
Yeah.
because Pep came while you're already
Yeah,
in
that
there.
came in 87.
87,
About
and
4 years. I've been
exactly.
there 4 years already.
And educators there even earlier.
Yeah, educator was there.
79, I believe.
Yeah, educator was there.
Right. So
little
other
earlier.
than
Yeah, you're right.
That's
you're right.
that's a long history. I mean,
it's
you could be
important that he
retired.
does well because I
85.
can
That's what.
I started in 83.
83.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
that's
30
close
years.
to 30 years. Yeah, that's a long
And I
career.
feel like I'm now star.
Exactly. That's important. Yes, you have to keep the flag flying, man, because when you be like, people like, I got one, two,
You have to go and sing.
I've had a great time. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I've gotten to tour almost the world through singing calypso. I've been happy that when I do tour that I perform my material, which
Exactly.
is something that's very important.
Your own
In St.
repertoire.
Lucia. Yeah, you must have, we're very creative in St.
But that's a
Lucia.
point I wanted to make earlier on. Like your product is international. You can take your product and carry it out of St. Lucia. There's some products that we have here, especially the more recent ones that you can't even take
Have the
out
legs.
of the north and bring it to Vieux Fort.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, that's why it's all about the compositions, the art of storytelling. You have to identify good topics, and you also have to know what you're doing. I mean, there's songs that I sing that are basically for hair, but they're songs that I do with the intention that
you can take it overseas.
I can take it across. And
Our time has gone. I mean, I know we can talk
Already?
for already. We could have gone for another 2 hours.
Sion.
Rowan Sion, prolific writer for 7-time Calypso champ, the mighty Pep, and we have Ignatius Thyssen, the Papa himself, Papa Veda, on Newsmaker Live tonight. We thank them very much for being part of our program. Usually on a Thursday, or not on a Thursday, sorry, but on a holiday, which tomorrow is, we don't have normal programming. But Delia Dolaw will be here tomorrow with a special Dolaw Factor Live. She will be here with Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, and it will be all stress talk, de-stressing, re-stressing. But Delia Dolaw will be here tomorrow with the Prime Minister for a special Dolaw Factor Live, so stay tuned. Just before I leave though, I didn't do it at the top of the show, but I must do it now. Say happy birthday to my wonderful wife, Kayla. Her birthday was today. Also my dad, he has the same birthday as my wife. What a coincidence. Don't tell them, but my dog is also 1 year old today. So so we have my wife Kayla, my dad, and also Radix is 1 year. Happy birthday to all of you. I hope you had a wonderful day. On behalf of my team here at DBS, I want to thank you for joining us and staying tuned to this program. I invite you to join us again next week at the same time for another Newsmaker Live. Until then, I'm Clinton Reynolds. Do have a wonderful evening and a fantastic holiday.